Good day to all you folks. I am the Bear, and today I will be Professor Bear. We will be learning about some. In this video, I will be trying to do something different and teach about history because I like history, and it's a let me just. Who drew that on my what's it called again? Who drew that? That's not good. Let me just. There we go. Okay. I'm really sad now. I just spent 2 hours on that bit right there. Just gone. Within like a minute. I really hope that looked good on camera also, because I'm not drawing that shit again. Alright, so with that intro out of the way, we can finally go on with the learning. So yeah, so today I will be talking about like medieval swords and like weaponry, stuff like that, how everything like works, and like how you do stuff and what things does. So for starters, let me just draw the typical longsword that everybody would think of when they hear the word knight. And so yeah, let me just do that quickly. I'm gonna put the microphone down. Okay, there we go. So those are the like a quick drawing of the two typical long swords that you would see. So but first of all, let's just say like some stuff what they do. So the typical height of a longsword will be about like up to your nip, about just about there. Or I actually like when I can like a little bit rest on it with my head. So but yeah, that's the height. It's mainly just what you prefer, and sometimes also that, of course, length do have a meaning in combat, because of course when you can stab your opponent from a longer distance, you're probably the person that's most likely to win in that situation. So but yeah, like I said, it's mainly just like up to what you are into. Like if you like short stuff or long stuff. Long stuff can be a little bit harder to like carry around. So some people, they might choose a short sword instead of a long sword. But also long swords, they were usually meant for like it's like the long sword was in medieval times it was like the equivalent of a pistol, because sometimes or actually not sometimes, most of like basically all of the times, it was very very rare to see somebody come only with a long sword. So they usually had like a pole arm or a halberd or something like you can use two hands with, or like a big warhammer. Not like a big warhammer, like normal sized hammer but big shaft. Oh god, that sound. God, but we're getting off track. We need to learn about how these two swords actually work. So let's start with this sword. This sword has a very diamond-like shape of the blade. It gives it a structure that's better for cutting. Not as good for like stabbing, because with this it doesn't really have like a stronger what the fuck is it called, like structure. So it bends a lot easier when you go for a stab. So this one would maybe typically be for cutting and slicing and fighting against opponents that does not have armor on. So where on the opposite side, this one has like a like a two thingy, like a dent, like a dent that like goes down. I don't know how I can like explain that. It's like let me just see. There we go. Like it kind of like goes like this, where it like goes up and then down again. It makes the blade stronger and more durable. So, well, not more durable, like it can hold longer, but it's like it makes it strong, like more resistant. So when you go for a stab, it doesn't bend as much. So therefore, it's both a cut and thrust, where this is only just a cut. You can also thrust with it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, they always have a little thing down there. It's called a pommel. It's like a counterweight, so the sword doesn't get so top heavy, and which also would make it way harder to swing the sword. Where if you put a little pommel on the bottom, it makes it very, very, very nice and easy. And now we talked about the pommel, the blade, and now we go for the crossguard. So that's probably like the typical crossguard. Can let me just put the microphone down. The typical crossguard is mainly just like a straight line across, because that's easy to make and not that expensive, because a lot of the times swords, they were for noble people, and if you had a lot of money, you would probably also have a sword. But that's mainly like short swords they used, but sometimes also long swords. But yeah, they can like afford like other stuff. But the most common one is it's just a normal cross. Then some of them have a little like curve to it. That's so the sword can easily catch the opponent's blade, and you can also use it against them to like what's it called? Like grab the opponent's blade, so they can't move it. I don't remember what that's called, but it's very effective if you don't want your opponent to be to have a easy time with trying to kill you. So that's what I say is a good thing. There's also some that has the same, but a little like spiral or something, like in that way. It could also just be let me try on this one, like just like this. That can also makes it a bit easier to catch the opponent's blade. So but yeah, that's I don't really have a lot to say about that other than it makes it easier. So but yeah, the fighting technique it's very fun. I actually do HEMA in my spare time, and I of course fight with longsword. That's the most popular kind of sword to fight in HEMA, and it's just great. It's fun. But enough about longswords. I feel like that I talked enough about that. Let's move on to something a little bit longer. Get it? Longsword. Oh fuck. Fuck man, I hate myself. Right. Oh god, Jesus. Calm down. Alright, give me just a sec. I would just be saying that I'm also eating food while I'm recording this, so just be aware. Okay. Let me just take a bite of my pizza. Oh, well. Good pizza. No more. Also, the things that I just told you about, those also kind of like work with short or short swords instead of like the whole like middle part thingy of the blade. It's actually reversed there, so the cut and thrust is the diamond shape, and usually when they have like that thingy curve thingy, those are mainly just for chopping, unless you have a hunting sword. Those are mainly only for chopping. You can also like thrust with it, but I wouldn't recommend that. But let's move on to what should we talk about now? Kinda about all this fuck, man. Jesus. Ugh. My God. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready. What can we talk about now? Hmm. I don't really know a lot, like, what I can talk about now. I'm kind of just blanking out. I'm also getting pretty late. Oh, good gosh. Looks like this is going to be a short one. So, well, that might be it for this video. Good up, and I might get ready for bed now. So, good night, folks, and of course, remember to stay safe. Goodbye. God, I missed that drawing.